point, you have seen true predators, because the kookaburra, hawk, and the owl all catch and kill their own food. This next bird is different, though, because it is a scavenger, and it likes to find animals that are already dead. Any guesses? The vulture, you're right. I have a vulture for everyone, and this is the bird that is so very famous for sometimes scavenging the audience looking for leftover turkey legs. So if you have anything like that, just keep it hidden from sight. And if he comes up close, he's not out to get anyone. He's looking for an easy meal. But right behind you there he is. I'd like everyone to meet Grimley. You can welcome Grimley. Vultures need love too. Grimley is a black vulture. You notice he has a black body, a bald black head, and normally black vultures have sort of white fingertips. However, Grimley here is missing his wingtips. He was a wild vulture at one time, and unfortunately, he was in some sort of electrical accident. We're not sure if he touched two power lines at once or maybe both poles of a transformer, but whatever happened, he burned his wings all the way down to the bone. And he destroyed those follicles on the wingtips that are responsible for growing primaries necessary for flight. So the rehab center nursed him back to health, but because he can't grow those primaries, he can no longer fly. So they sent him here to us to act as an animal ambassador, if you will, an educator so people like yourselves can see them up close. Now, it is the role of a vulture to go into our environment, to find dead animals, and to eat them. I understand that doesn't sound very pleasant, but that's their task. Vultures have features that let them stay clean and healthy, like their bald head. It serves an important purpose, because oftentimes, vultures might stick their entire head and neck deep inside a dead animal for the best pieces of meat. Everyone's had lunch, right? I know that doesn't sound appealing, but that's where the nutrition is in the internal organs. So if they have eating habits like this, they be covered with bacteria and leftover food. The bald head, however, allows it to dry up and flake right off, and the sun's ultraviolet rays can kill bacteria that may be growing there. On top of this, they have an incredible immune system. Vultures are known to be able to ingest about 100 times the salmonella and botulism, or food poisoning that is, that could potentially kill the average adult human. And their droppings have very little bacteria in them. That means most of that disease that goes in one end doesn't always come out the other. So maybe now you understand the ways they stop the spread of dangerous disease. But also, take a look at his beak. It's different. It's long and skinny. You may have noticed how he sticks it inside our hand to get to the treats. It's not too terribly sharp or dangerous. They use that skinny beak to get to the internal organs of the animal. And just look alive, sweetheart. Look alive. You'll be fine. That way they can eat those internal organs without getting as messy. Come over there to John. Hey, jump up here. Let's try this again. Right up here. Go see John. Look, right over there to John. There we are. Now, also, the vulture's feet are quite a bit different. His claws are very dull, and his feet are very weak. They're better made for walking. Come here, buddy. Yes, master. Yes, master. It's just what goes through my head. You see, they're better made for walking. He is so weak in those feet, he can't even grip to pick up something as light as a feather. We assume, though, that vultures don't really need strength in their feet because their food doesn't run away from them very often. So people tend to look at a vulture and they think with the walking feet and the weak beak that they really can't defend themselves. It's not entirely true, because if you cornered a vulture and it couldn't run away or fly away, it probably wouldn't attack you, wouldn't even try to bite you. Does anyone know what a vulture does to defend itself? They throw up on you, that's right. Kind of disturbed a lady like yourself knew that answer. You work with birds, all right, well, that's correct. They throw up on you. So can you imagine, though, what they eat coming back the second time around? Not a pleasant thought. But if it weren't for scavengers like vultures doing their job, then disease and bacteria would be spread very easily. So let me ask, what do you say for Grimley? Isn't he fun? Don't let this bird fool you. He's a highly intelligent bird. He knows as long as he's on stage, he can find more food in the audience or earn more rewards. He's also learned that if he goes into his door, his part in the show is over. It means no more free food. So sometimes he's hesitant about going home, but we'll give it a try. So, all right, Grimley, go home. Go, Taylor. Go to, no, over to, hey, where are you going? Grimley, over here. Oops, I dropped some food. There we go. Keep going. Look, go, Taylor. Behind you. Look, she's got all those treats for you. There we go. That's one way to do it. Now wait for it, because his favorite trick is to jump inside the door, grab the treat, and run back the stage. So he has to time this just right. All right, here we go. Ah, Grimley, in the door. In the door. Where you going? Where you going? Oh, we're checking it behind the stage. Yeah, I think this might be a two-person job. The other thing we have to do is throw the food far enough in, but he's learned that if it goes too far in, he waits until we throw one a little closer. So, oh, there we go. Now give him a hand. Good job. We have to let Taylor out. We need to let this next part. Just trying to run back to stage. Oh, isn't that sweet? It's a little girl with her vulture.